WizKids have done a pretty good job of releasing solid miniatures in their unpainted lines. There are 2 lines so far, one for Pathfinder and one for D&D. I'm a big fan of Reaper Bones for tabletop RPGs, but while I do feel that Reaper have been improving their minis over time, I also don't think that it's bad that they have some competition in this area. It should keep them on their toes. One of the standard monsters in RPGs are rats. Now normally they are giant rats, and there are quite a few miniatures of these out there. What there isn't as much of, as in almost none, is your regular rats. WizKids have released a set to cover that. They come as a swarm, and that is totally cool. 10 out of 10 for the concept. In some ways, this wave of rats is more scary than the idea of giant ones. They come in a blister pack which would be hung from a wall display, and they are secure within. The plastic is not too hard to open, but they are protected, and each of the 2 miniatures are held tightly in place. Each comes with its own base, and these bases are a bit thin and flimsy, but as the bases of the actual mini are large and round, you won't need to use them. I will split my review into 2 parts, first as a painter and second as a gamer. Painter first. These come pre-primed. Some people seem to not like this, but I really don't mind. If it's primed properly, then it's saving me resources. I don't have to use any of my own to do it. It also means I can get straight into cleanup and painting. Technically, yes. I have not yet had that problem, but it is possible. If the mould line is big enough and takes sanding etc., it could remove the primer. The material takes paint well on all the ones I have done, and they tend to be pretty sturdy. The material they use is strong and can be heated if a sword or bow needs to be straightened. On a lot that I have seen and worked on, like the Beholder, the detail is awesome. But not on these. The concept is amazing. This wave of rats crashing forward like a disease tsunami is great. But it falls apart here as the detail is amazingly soft. After some of the others I have worked on, I was shocked at how bad these were. These remind me of early Bones, where the detail was not clearly defined. I was going to do different colours and tails and red eyes, but the eyes especially are non-existent on mine. If you're a painter, I would totally pass on these regardless of the great idea that they are. As a gamer, these are great. There are times when a party is attacked by a horde of rats. You can totally use a giant rat mini and say that it is a swarm, but it's not the same as actually having a miniature that represents a swarm. For being on the table and filling that monster slot, then these are brilliant. If you're a gamer, then I totally recommend them for use on your table. So it really comes down to how you want to use this one. If you're going to paint them, I'd pass. If you're a GM and want them on your table, then 2 thumbs up.